So this move won't take long to drill, but I'm going to try to take time to explain it. In this boots counter, and I guess I've learned this from certain moves, like when you do the move, kind of changes it. And sometimes it's better to do it at this point in time. So let me give you the full story. I actually learned this move because just wrestling live, guy threw a boot in, he was hurting me, and I did this move. And then I got really good at it. And then, then I would know I'm wrestling a leg rider, and I would just know, like, okay, I'm going to go back to this move again. And then it got to a point where, like, okay, I don't have to wait for him to throw the boot in to set this up, okay? And I also think that there's certain, based on who I'm wrestling, so, like, if I'm wrestling Mitch and he has this, like, wicked seatbelt stuff, I'm actually going to probably wait a little bit longer because I don't want him to go seatbelt. So if you do this move, like, think of when you want to do it, because if there's certain guys and you don't want them to get to certain positions, like some guys you don't want their boots in at all, well then you can do this move. And then there's other guys, if you don't want them to go seatbelt, then you're going to actually bait it a little bit, okay? And then there's also little adjustments. Go down real quick, Marco. There's little adjustments that you have to figure out too, how the guy throws the boots in. So if the guy throws a deep boot in, that's excellent. And this is super easy. If he does like what Mitch does, he throws a shallow boot by the knee, it's going to be a little bit different. And then some guys just throw the foot up high. So you have to make these adjustments based on how the guy's throwing the boots in. But Marco's actually good at this move. I'll do it with Marco. So the whole concept here, you're not. The whole concept here is I'm going to windshield wiper this foot in. So what I was talking about is for guys, if you don't want their boots in at all, I can block it from going to a certain point. Like if he wants to get a cross body ride guy, if I put my foot in, it's blocking the boot from coming in. But what else it does too is if you let a guy throw a boot in and he anchors this foot, you're in big trouble. You're in all sorts of bad trouble. So it's always I always recommend just hide your foot. Because if that guy throws a boot in, he's got his hips on your back and he anchors that foot, maybe you'll get out, but you're not gonna be able to walk when you're 50. So windshield wiper your foot in. Okay, Mark, go ahead. So again, like let's say if I just want to keep the boots out entirely, I'll go here, but that's likely gonna force him to seatbelt. And then I have a move there, but we're gonna do it where the guy actually gets the boot in. So if you're flexible enough, you don't have to step up to throw the boot in. We're just gonna take the top of our foot, we're gonna put it on the back of his heel, and then I'm gonna drive my hip into him and pin this foot down. Okay, and the key to this move is you do not let this foot go. Okay, and then the way that I've been teaching this move lately is I'm gonna bring this knee forward, and I'm gonna hit a change over. Okay? You don't have to go that. Once you pin that foot down, there's a lot of options. It's not good for the top guy to have his foot planted on the mat. Okay? Another way that you might have to hit this is if Marco goes shallow, then I'm actually gonna step up. I'm gonna step my leg up, get my foot on top of his foot, right here. And then I'm gonna drive, get him down to the mat. I go forward, I just continue this motion, I change over, hook into him, right there. Any questions so far? Yeah, what? Yeah, I'll show it a couple more times. So, and again, the guy, okay, so like let's say the guy's throwing the boot up high, you're gonna have to get your foot, so I always like to get my foot up high. So again, we're windshield wipering. You're windshield wipering the leg that he's not throwing in. So if he's throwing his boot in on the left side, you're windshield wipering your right foot. He's on top. He jams me forward. He throws the boot in. Look, I'm blocking here. Look, you can block here too. Step up. Get your foot on top. Bump him. He's not always going to fall down. Yeah, try to step. I bump him though. And then look, this knee goes forward. I have the boot out. Like you could just wrestle here if you want. But I always like to go back. So now I go elbow back, drive, change over. And again, that's going to be up to you guys. I'm comfortable on bottom enough to hit that changeover. If you don't want to go back into that crab ride position, like I'll show a different finish. He throws the boot in, I block, I get this foot down. You could just take the boot out and like then just start trying to traditionally stand up. But I like that his foot's been down and I like to knock it back. You could hit roll city too. So he throws a boot in. Say he's got a cross body or he's got a power half, I can actually go power half. I can go roll city here and kick. Go here. Okay? So don't worry about the finishing part so much today, but just know that this windshield wipering this foot in and planting his foot on the mat is like gold. So one more time, we'll do it from this angle. He's on top. He throws the boot in right here. If I have to, I step up. The boot's already in, right? If you don't have to step up, you just go over top. You go here, okay? And then I like to bump him with my head. Go forward, change over. Not gonna move back. You guys got it? All right, on 2. 1, 2.